So I thought I'd update you on how I'm getting on with my workout routine and my eating schedule and how I'm getting on with that. So I'm on day 5 and little recap on what I decided to do. So after a lot of research and some previous diets that I've done or ways of eating that I found being really beneficial to me, I've kept to my tray, so my time restricted eating. So I do a 16 to 8-hour window, so I fast for 16 hours and then I eat within 8 hours. So I normally stop eating between sort of 7, 8 and 9 at night, and then I start eating again 12:30, 1 o'clock the next day. I'm also looked into when's the best time to exercise, and after a few different videos and things I've watched on YouTube, I've decided on doing a morning walk, because that supposedly burns fat rather than glycogen, and it's fat that we want to burn, whereas doing a workout and can actually just burn off glycogen and not the fat. Come back, do my jobs, whatever I need to do, working from home if that's what you're doing at the moment, which I am, doing your daughter's or your son's schoolwork, that's what I'm doing. And then have lunch 12:30, and I'm trying to have about usually a smoothie and maybe some wholemeal sourdough, something like that with some hummus on. About 2 or 3 hours after that is when I'll do my workout. What I've decided to do is I'm doing Chloe Ting actually, because she has lots of sort of 10, 13, 15 minute videos. You can either pick and choose them or you can follow like a little routine. So I thought I'd try with an hour each day of doing her sort of routine. I think it's 4 different types, so bum, legs, things like that. The first day I didn't, I swapped around and made my own up, and I made a little warm up, picked a warm up and a cool down, and I felt really good after that. I then did her like challenge for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today I really struggled to do it, really struggled, and found that I wasn't able to. I was doing all the sort of lower impact exercises, was really struggling with it, so I thought, right, I'm going to do 2 of them, so that was like 30 minutes, and then I'm going to go on to something because my legs were burning, so I thought I'd do my inner thighs and then do a stretch off instead, which was hard for me because like I said, I love my routine, but actually I still managed almost an hour and I listened to my body. I've still done a workout and I'm still on track, and I've still done it this afternoon, and I feel like I've accomplished something. And to be fair, I didn't sleep well last night. I didn't get a good 8 hours sleep. Sometimes the weather affects how I am, and if it goes from hot to cooler to hot, then all of a sudden I can't sleep that night and I wake up really early and I end up going food shopping and cleaning the house. So it might be that I've like burnt off a bit more energy than I have the previous days, so that's why I struggled with it. So so far, update, I would say I'm enjoying it. I am a morning person, so I miss doing my workout in the morning. The only problem with doing the workout in the morning is then by the time you've showered, fed your child, fed your animals, all that business, and done the workout and woke up enough to do it, I found it was 12 o'clock already. Whereas at least this way around, I get up, do a 20-minute walk, and I can get straight into like doing my kids' schoolwork and doing my working from home and sorting lunches out for us and things like that. So I have a lot more time to get on top of things in the morning before I do have lunch and do my workout in the afternoon. So that's a plus side of it. The only thing is sometimes you can keep thinking about the fact that you know you've got a workout in the afternoon, and you could, if you, I mean, I know I'm not because of the routines helping me, but you could convince yourself maybe not to do it. I'm not too tired today. Whereas if you do it first thing in the morning, you know that you've done it and got it out of the way. So I'm still unsure of it yet. I do think I should stretch off more after doing a proper workout in the afternoon, because today, like I said, I struggled and it was burning. My legs just didn't want to do what I was asking them to do. So I'm hoping that if I add maybe that in, maybe take one of the last 10-minute workouts out, because I only really want to do an hour. I don't want to be here for 2 hours. I don't have that time in my life. I know people might say you have, but I really haven't. I find like I've got more to do since lockdown than I did before. So I think that I'm going to carry on with this next week. Well, I know I am, because I've set myself that task, 2 weeks. So maybe on the weekend I'll do runs instead, because it's a family, whereas I can get up in the morning and maybe do it in the morning and see how I find that and if I prefer it than the other days. I have made a sort of food diary as well, because there's days when I'm waking up really bloated or my weight's still fluctuating, so I'll update you on how that goes after the 2 weeks. Foods that encourage me to bloat, I don't know if it's encouraged, but that I'm finding the day after, or when I put on more water weight and stuff. So I am starting to learn that actually don't be discouraged when you get up in the morning and your weight has fluctuated loads, because after a bit of research it can go up and down 4 or 5, even more pounds I've had before, and I'm like, how is that physically possible? But water weight does make a difference, and it does depend on what you've eaten the night before. So I did mention a tip on my Instagram recently about making sure if you're having carbs like pasta and things, that you cook it in the morning, let it cool right down, and then reheat it later on, and then you actually absorb less fat from it later on when it's reheated, so long as you reheat it properly. If there's any questions or anything, then please do message me. You can also follow me on Instagram and DM me, and with any queries I keep a record of what I eat on there for ideas of food and things that you might want to try out with calorie counts and things, because I've also found if you use the My Calorie Counter and the Bosch recipes, that you can actually import them onto your calorie counter by just copy and pasting the website, and it will tell you how many calories are in those meals, which is a godsend now, because I'm just putting my favourite ones in, writing it in my book, and now I know what I can go to, and then keeping the diaries of what I eat each week as a record to look back on and pick quicker meals as time goes on. I've got another 10 days left. Terrible with maths. But after that, I'm just going to try something different. Maybe the morning workouts, and then I can compare the two and tell you what's better. But I think there's pros and cons to all, to be honest, and you do need it to just fit in with your lifestyle. And at the moment, this is great being able to do workouts in the afternoon, because I'm on lockdown and I'm not seeing anybody or going out anywhere. But realistically, in my life, I don't know if this is going to be that easy to do, to get home and try and do it in the afternoon before tea when you pick up your children from school. I just don't think it's going to be realistic, so I'll update you on that one. Thank you.